It's a nice spring day here at Sandland in early March, and it's unseasonably warm. The sun has been beating down on these snow-covered hills and the fields around them all day. And as you can see, Sandland is basically this steep ravine or valley. So when everything starts melting up on the sides here, quite a lot of water starts to come down into this ravine. And once those farm fields up top start to go, this little seasonal ravine turns into an actual rushing river. It's kind of surprising how much water comes down here just once or twice a year. The rest of the year it's basically dry like this, nothing going on in it. This little woodshed in the foreground here was one of the very first structures we built at Sandland, and we managed to pick kind of the worst spot for it. There's a natural water course basically underneath it, which we didn't realize, or it wasn't here when we built it, but it started to wash out the foundations and form kind of a sinkhole. So we've had to beef this up a little bit, attach it to some trees and whatnot. And then over here at the monorail you can see there's actually a little stream forming where another one of these water courses comes down. The water is coming off of the south-facing farm fields up here and just kind of welling up from the ground like a spring almost. And then it's flowing down under the monorail, making it all nice and muddy under there, and then off down into the parking lot. This particular section of the Sandland entrance road is all new. It used to dip down quite significantly in front of me here and go through a little stream bed. And we flattened it out, we leveled it. When I say we, I mean we hired a guy with a bulldozer to do it. And that was mainly so we could get the monorail train in here more easily. It was much easier to get trailers with train cars on them, and then the crane that we hired with a nice flat road versus a big dip in the road. Of course, that means it kind of dammed off the stream course, which you can see crossing the road here. And we do have a culvert here, which we try to keep clear. It is our one and only culvert or storm drain at Sandland. Got a little brush fence there to keep trees and debris out of the culvert. Still can't keep raccoons out of there. They like to live in it until they get flushed out in the spring. Alright, I'm out here on a different day to show another effect of all this water runoff. It really degrades this road. So the Sandland road that comes down the hill is an old historic logging road, probably over 100 years old. And when the owner bought this property, got it all brushed out, got it cleared up, and tried to make it passable. For a while, it was passable by a normal vehicle. You could get a Honda Civic down here. But every year, the water follows the course of least resistance, which is this road. We've tried putting in little diversions, we've tried putting a trench along one side, and everything gets clogged almost immediately. As soon as that water starts coming down in the spring, it carries down all kinds of leaves and debris, and it clogs up any culvert or any water containment system that we've tried to do. Here you can see a little water diversion structure with these boards. The intent of this was to push the water off into the stream bed there. Obviously it's not working at all. It's just full of sediment and debris. So you can still get up and down this road with a big truck or a bobcat or an ATV, but it's pretty hard on your tires, and you don't really want to do it on a regular basis or with a regular road car. So because it is so hard to drive down here, we have to walk up and down the road every time we go down to dig, and if I forgot my phone like I did this time, I have to walk up and down several times. I'm really out of shape, so this is kind of the most exercise I get in a week, and it's rough. After I'd left, the melt really got going, and Jim, the owner, managed to catch the first rush of water coming down the ravine. It's interesting how it all comes at once.
This only happens once or twice per year. I've seen it maybe 4 or 5 times in my life. This is probably the second time in my life I've witnessed the actual start of it, because you literally have to be out here at the right instant.
Here's what the floodwater looked like on a previous year. It's just a sudden rush of water down the valley.
I probably want to dig forward another foot. Yeah, and if you have to
Again, this is a pretty normal phenomenon and it happens every year, and that's why this ravine is here. It's from thousands of years of water running down out of the forests into the valleys below. So it's not something we're really worried about. All the structures and activity is up out of the flood zone, although if we leave a chair down in the ravine and forget about it, it might get moved a little bit. I hope everyone has been enjoying the Sandland content. I have a few more of these short videos to supplement the digging videos, and I do have a special request from Jim, the owner of Sandland. If anyone out there would like to help support Sandland or help out with our digging projects, even if you can't get out in person to help dig, you can send a donation to the Venmo address below. And again, this doesn't go to me, it doesn't go to the Save It for Parts channel, it doesn't go to the sandbar. It goes straight to Sandland, straight to the owner, and it helps out with digging projects, it helps out with tool replacement as things break, helps out with road work, and all kinds of other expenses that crop up when you own an off-grid property like this. Both myself and the owner of Sandland, as well as all the volunteers who help make Sandland a reality, would really appreciate any donations that anyone's willing to give. Now, if you do want to donate actual time and energy in digging at Sandland, and you live near western Wisconsin or Minneapolis, St. Paul, I'll throw a link to the Sandland website down below, and that has the owner's contact info, and you can contact him and see if there's any upcoming dig opportunities. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more Sandland adventures, and we'll see you next time.